Hi, it's day 4. This is Tanya again, and it's the spirituality class. I'm going to start today in the Book of Songs that I won't tell you the name of, and it is Holy Majesty for Thee. Holy Majesty, before Thee, we bow to worship and adore Thee. Our hearts Thy sovereignty acclaim. Boundless are Thy might and glory. All heaven and earth repent Thy glory low. All Thy works exalt Thy name. To Thee all cherubim and all Thy seraphim sing. Hosanna. Bless us, Lord, and keep us ever. Reveal Thy face and show Thy favor. Upon Thy people smile in peace. Here we sing Thy name rejoicing. Until Thy praise we sing, be voicing in loftier strains without surcease, and with Thy cherubim and all Thy seraphim sing, Hosanna. Okay, that was $15.99. Seraphim are angels. So seraphim. Hosanna is the name of a person that must have been respected in their congregation. Cherubim is a person, and that must have been respected. So that's, you can make out what you want, but they were we majesty. Who is their majesty? Who are they worshiping? Holy Majesty. I think that is referring to God. We bow and worship and adore Thee. And they called God Majesty. That must have been what they wanted to call them. Okay. And I missed a verse. Sorry. Holy is God, and God is not Lord. So, our Lord of power, of grace and wisdom evermore. Amen. That's the end of it. I'm going to do another one because this is awake, my tongue, Thy tribute bring. Awake, my tongue, Thy tribute bring to Him who gave Thee power to sing. Praise Him is all praise above, the source of wisdom and the love. Because I like that one because it said love. How vast His knowledge, how profound, a deep where all our thoughts are drowned. The stars He numbers and the names He gives to all those heavenly, they say flames. Through each bright world above, behold 10,000 charms unfold. Earth, air, and mighty seas combine to speak His wisdom, all divine. That's beauty, divine is beauty. But in redemption, oh, what grace it wonders, oh, what Thou can trace. Here wisdom shines forever bright. Praise Him, my soul, with sweet delight. Amen. And that is 1793. So that was from that book. And we'll go to other book. And I picked this one out. I'm not going reading every verse in the Bible. No, I'm picking stories, and this is still in Exodus, and it is where does it start? Right here, Exodus 1:11. One day, when Moses had grown up, he went out to his people and looked on their burdens, and he saw Egyptian beating a Hebrew. Someone's beating somebody up. One of his people. So the The Egyptians were beating Hebrews. Why? He looked this way and that, and seeing no one, he killed the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. So he saw one of his people. So he killed one of his people and hid him in the sand. Because they were beating up Hebrews. So he stuck up for the Hebrews and he beat the Egyptian. Now, when he went out the next day, behold, two Hebrews were struggling together. And he said to the man that did the wrong, why did you strike your fellow? He answered, who made you prince and a judge over us? Do you mean to kill as you killed the Egyptian? They knew. How did they know? He's found out. Then Moses was afraid and thought, surely the thing is known. When Pharaoh heard of it, he sought to kill Moses. But Moses fled from Pharaoh and stayed in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filled the troughs to water with father's flock. The shepherds came and drove them away, but Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. Okay, so I'm going to end there. I basically didn't need to go into Moses fled, but I'm going to end there. And okay, people pick on, bully, tease, push out, and just because one does it doesn't mean all do it. Does it? Okay, so one person picked on you, and then all the rest of them didn't talk to you because that one person didn't, and he was respected and you weren't. So you were pushed out. Okay, and just because one did it doesn't mean where everyone would do that. It doesn't mean people start to hate. See, and there's hate in the world, and there's people that think that they're privileged compared to other people. Yes, there's a lot of hate. There really is, especially nowadays. And they why does hate come about? And why do people get picked on and bullied and teased and pushed out? So I'm going to start with some stories. And I'm done with that book. The stories start with me. I said I wasn't going to talk about me, but I am a perfect example of this. I one day wore dresses all the time to kindergarten. It was beautiful. I loved. My mom did my hairs and curls all the time, and I wore beautiful dresses. One day, this little black girl. I'm saying her color. I never said her color before. I just called her a girl. She took the strap around my dress and strangled me. Wow. I never reached for it to her color because we're so innocent and so young at that age. She must have just been jealous of what I was wearing or what I looked like, or for whatever reasons, she did that to me. And after that, I chose never to wear a dress. I chose to always dress up really down and never do my hair. And I didn't like school. I didn't like going there. Nope, I called in sick all the time, and would want to stay home with Grams. Yeah. So why did she do that to me? I think she was jealous. See, now this is a woman, and this isn't a man. So men do it for different reasons, but I think it was out of jealousy that she did that. And it doesn't matter what color skin she was; she could have been white, done the same thing. And it doesn't mean her whole race are like that and would strangle anybody who dresses up and has their hair done. It doesn't mean that. They're not going to do that to me. So I forgave that little girl. She was just a little girl. She was in kindergarten. And I forgave her, and I don't hold anything against her people that are black. Of course, I wouldn't. Bless who I am. Of course I would. But some people might do that. Some the people that they know might do that, and then they get like minds together, and then they go after the whole group, or they go after the whole country, or they go after everybody because of something that happened to one person. And I'm not going to tell you what to do, and I'm not going to tell you that that's right or wrong, and I'm not going to influence you in any way. But that's how hate starts, and that's how groups form, because of something that happened to one person. And how do we get beyond this? How do we get kids to get along and not beat people up and at a young age? Pick on bully and tease. I'll give another example of myself. Then I'm going to give you a man example. Okay, so I was pushed up all the way from, I'd say, second grade through sixth grade. First grade, I had a few friends, and one ended up going away, and the other one wasn't really in my class, but she was always nice to me, and she was a neighbor, and up the street. And one time she was in my class. I think that was third grade, I don't know, but she talked to me. She was like one of the only ones in elementary that would talk to me. Everybody pushed me up. Nobody would have anything to do with me, and I would always be the last one picked for all the dances. And people teased me for what I ate left every day, or for not eating their lunches, always bringing home lunch, or for how I was dressed. I didn't like to dress up in dresses or pretty because of I was a tomboy. I didn't like to be pretty because I didn't want someone to strangle me. So it's kind of like I didn't want someone to be jealous of me. So I'm going to look down and I'm going to dress down so someone won't be jealous of me and won't do something to me like that. And only other people that accepted me, other than that third grade person, was in sixth grade. Recess. I finally got to do something at recess that I liked, and I got to do it with people, and that was double dutch. Jump rope. So you got two jump ropes going, and you jump in the middle, and it's a lot of fun. And it happened to be black people that accepted me and talked to me and let me play with them. So I played, and I had fun. So that's me. And why would no one talk to me? I really don't know. Why was I always the last one picked in gym, or for dances, or for anything? And I was like the lowest one on the totem pole. Was it because of how I dressed? Was it because I was quiet? Was it because I wasn't popular? Was it because I was different? Was it because I grew up faster and I was taller and I already was developed or starting to develop? I think in fifth grade is when I got my friend and whatever. Was it because none of them really knew me and they're not from my neighborhood? Was it because they thought they were better than me? Why was it? Why was I not included? So and then now I'm going to go into a man's story. I can't speak for any of those people. I don't know even to this day. So what I did, I'll tell you what I did, is I went to a different school than all of them. I didn't want nothing to do with any of them. No. I picked a school that they weren't going to. I found out. I asked. I literally went up to them and asked, what school are you going to for junior high? And I picked the opposite. Next thing I did is I I I started doing my hair when I got into the next grade. Started doing makeup. Wore too thick at first. Didn't really know how to wear it, and someone commented me and made fun of me, and so I decided to go with more shades of color that were closer to my skin. No one taught me how to wear makeup. I just started doing it, and it was really too dark. And started wearing makeup, got braces. I think it might have even been in sixth grade where the braces started. So better teeth. My teeth weren't all jagged. And I got included in sports. Started playing sports. In elementary, I did saxophone. So I learned music, sheet music, reading it, playing, all that stuff. And what else? That's a class by yourself, not with anybody else. And then you play with the band. But I still no one talked to me in the band. And a lot of those band members were in. It doesn't matter. I won't bring that up. So then I got involved in sports in seventh and eighth grade, and that helped me get to know other people in the school, and it helped me to make friends. I made friends, and I put myself out there and talked to people, and that's what you got to do. You have to find a way through it, however that may be. Mine was deciding to be pretty again, and not being scared, and getting over the fear that someone's going to strangle me because I did my hair. And that is also getting to find myself and what I like. I like to do my hair. I like to put makeup on. I enjoyed it. I like to be pretty. And I still do to this day. Yeah. And, but I ended up becoming popular, and was known through the school, and everybody talked to me and everybody liked me. And I had a good time. And I did really good with grades wise, and it all showed. In elementary, I always had chicks along the way, and I always tried to ditch, and I never wanted to be there. And I missed. I think one report card showed like 47 misses. Wow, we can't do that nowadays. But I did it back then, and that's why no one talked to me. I faked stomach aches. I faked everything you could fake, and just to get out of going to school. It's not about learning. It was about fitting in, and I didn't fit in. And I still have trouble this day fitting in jobs, and I don't know why. I don't know if because I'm quiet and it's don't know. It's hard to relate, or I'm pushed out because I'm pretty, or I'm pushed out because I'm smart, or I'm pushed out because people just don't like me, or they don't know who I am and they judge me. And who are they to judge, right? Okay, so now I'm going to give you a story of a man. He was teased because of who his mother was, and he was picked on and bullied and teased and pushed out, and real beatings and everything. So somehow he found strength and learned to fight back. And then he became a bullier because of what they put him through. So he became one to bully others because he learned he can fight, and he learned he's strong, and he learned I'm not going to let anybody push me over. I'm going to push over others and do it to them. Now, that's revenge, and he sought revenge. Some seek revenge. I didn't. Not me. I do at times now. I never used to, but I do at times now. Sometimes there's a reason for it, and sometimes you got to teach people a lesson. You have to learn lessons in life, and sometimes a hard way. That's what he chose to do. So now we have picked on, bullied, and teased, and pushed out, and I don't know all of his story. I really don't. I don't know if he got swirlies. Some boys get swirlies. Some boys get tied up. Some boys get beaten. Some boys get picked on and ripped apart because of family life. Because of some people get beaten at home and end up being bullies. People be bullies for all different reasons. They have their reasons that they decide to bully someone. Someone doesn't have a lot to eat, so they bully them and take their money away. So they have more to eat and you have less. Or they just want more and they want you to have less. Who knows what the reasons are? But it really shouldn't happen. It really, it's hard on people to push someone out. And it's hard on people to find a way through it when they're ripping you apart, and ripping apart who you are, and you start to think you're ugly, you start to think you're not good enough, or you start to think so many different things. Why can't someone just like me? And you cry most of the time. Why can't I get someone to like me? Why can't I be accepted? And now we have all different types of people nowadays. We have people who are gay, straight, they've came out. We have people that are different from ourselves, and a lot of them are pushed out, and a lot of them are picked on, bullied, and teased. And if they meet the wrong person, I always worry for their safety. And those are people who choose to be somebody different than what they are, and that's transgender. And it's hard to understand that unless if you walk in their shoes and understand why they might be that way or why they're different. And there's only some people still are old school. There's only males and there's only females, and this one's just mental in the mind. And that's how some people believe, and they're judging them. They are. And they push them out and pick on them, bully, tease. They fit in with other people that are like themselves or with people who are different. And still, they might have problems. And why do we do this? Why can't we accept colors even? Some people are really hateful for different colors of skin, and some people of color of skin are really hateful towards white people. You got it every which way you think about it. And some black and some people of color are scared and fear of the whites, and don't believe that they have any respect for them, and don't believe so many different things about them, that they think they're privileged and they're better than everybody else. And just they they get pushed out, and they start to hate too. So you got everybody hating everybody else. And colors was a test to see if you could get along with everybody else, do you? And uh, it's hard. How can you get along? Can you work with someone and be decent and get to know them? See, that's what the thing. You never got to know them. Did you? You don't know anything about them, but for some reason you picked this race. It could be Mexicans. Maybe they took a job away from someone and they got the job and you didn't. And they got the promotion and you didn't. Then you start hate Mexicans. Who knows? And then you get a lot of like minds that had something else happen to them and they hate Mexicans. And everybody starts hating Mexicans. I don't know. And I'm just giving Mexicans an example. There's a lot of hate out there. And people, and there's a lot of bullying and there's a lot of picked on and teased on. So you have to walk in other shoes. How would you like to be that one pushed out, picked on, bullied, teased, not talked to, and the blunt of everybody's laughter? How would you like to be you? Could you handle it? Are you strong enough? Can you get through it? Can would if the tables were turned, how would you like to be the one that's pushed out? The one that's picked on, the one that's bullied or that's teased. How would you like to be? The man, for example, I gave, he did not like that. He did not like being picked on, bullied, and teased. And he fought back by seeking revenge. So then he became one. And he wasn't proud of it. And he wasn't happy he did it. And he knew it was wrong. And it didn't make him feel any better. It didn't make it go away. A lot of people who go through these picked on, bullied, and teased things are the ones that do mass shootings. Because they just been through too much. And they snap. And all they wanted to do was be included or be a part, not be pushed out, not be beaten all the time, not be whatever. Whatever they've done, they had enough, and they lose it one day, and then they take it out on everybody in the class. Anybody who picked on them, anybody bullied them, anybody who didn't stand up for them, anybody who didn't take a stand and help him along the way. And then they end up going to hell. Yeah. And then in hell, they're like, they don't know anybody and they just want to be where their family will go someday. So they want to be an admin. And they did all these things wrong. And they want to be accepted. They want to be included. And so they end up somewhere where they end up being, And they didn't really want to be there. They didn't really want to do what they did. They usually take their own lives too, so that's why they're in hell. So all around it, and there's only a few cases of that. It's not that widespread that people lose it on everybody, But it's more frequent and we hear about it, or did we not hear about it years before this? And if that might be the case. It's what media is reporting, is what we hear, and sometimes media picks certain stories and they get funneled out, and they get all these stories, and they got to pick from them and decide what the public can see. And sometimes it's controlled, and we only get to see certain things, and sometimes it's lies. No, it's not even the truth. So media's. I don't watch TV. Sorry, I don't get into it. Sometimes I watch the news and I get angry as hell. Yeah, and I start talking to the TV and I start swearing. Anyways, that's me. But okay, I go back to it. There's the fight song, if you ever heard of it. It's by Rachel Platt. Um, it's a it's when you've had enough, and you're gonna fight back, and you're gonna get your life back, and you're not crazy. These people are just put you through too much. So schools have taken that song and putting it out there and changing lyrics sometimes to account for not taking a stand against bullying and teasing and accepting people and getting along. And schools have done so well that have put that in place. And they've made up their own videos about their own fight. And their fight is usually about being picked on, bullied, and teased, and that everybody they're going to respect and everybody they're going to include, and they're going to talk to ones and they're going to stick up for ones that they would never thought they would talk to in their whole life. Because they want to, because they want to make a difference, because they don't want to be the one that would be pushed out, picked on, bullied, and teased. And they don't want anything like that. So the teachers that have done this, it's a fabulous thing. And it's really, some of the videos I've watched on it on YouTube are just amazing, getting the kids together like this. And hopefully it has meaning in what they did, and hopefully they'll really enact it, and teachers will stand up for those that are bullied and picked on and teased, because that kid needs somebody to stand up for them. They need someone to make it stop, and they need to find out why it's happening. Why are they picking on, bullying, and teasing? Is it because they're beaten at home? Is it because they think this is cool? Is it because how someone treated them at some point? They need to find out the why. And once you find out the why, and you can solve the why in some way, then maybe they'll quit picking on, bullying, and teasing whoever it is they're doing it to. Usually they pick one or two people. So I guess what I want to say is stand up for the underdog, someone that's not very attractive, someone that you normally would never talk to, and at work, anywhere. Stand up for somebody that's pushed out. Talk to them, get to know them, find out as much as you can about them, and accept them. Maybe take them out. Maybe they're a lot of fun and you don't even know it. They're probably more fun than you'd ever imagine, because they're alone and you accepted them and you included them. So they're gonna be so happy, and you're gonna make their day. Make someone's day. Compliment someone. Oh, you did your hair. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, what kind of hairstyle is that? Is that rags? For a man, it's not about hair. Oh, you must work out. Oh, you're in great shape. I wish I could be as in great shape as you. Or you have something in common. I work out too. How much can you lift? Talk to people. Get to know people. Everybody in this state is so cold. So cold. They rarely talk to a stranger. They just went about their business. It's even taught in work, That's why we have all these self-checkouts, so you don't have to talk to the cashier. Most people are too busy. Everything's too fast, and they just want to get the hell out of the store, so they go to the self-checkout. Well, they lose jobs. People need those jobs. That machine just took someone's job away. So go to a cashier, talk to them, tell them they're doing a good job. How was your day? Or how was work? they're being paid usually not minimum wage. And they're working. Sometimes they're even raising a family on that wage. Ask them questions. Do you struggle every month? I do. I'm in the same boat. Talk to them. Oh, your hair looks nice. Talk to people. Nobody talks to anybody anymore. And it used to be where we talked to people and we weren't scared of strangers. So talk to strangers. Stand up for people that at work no one wants anything to do with. And don't talk behind people's backs. Don't backstab. Don't say, oh, that person needs deodorant. Oh, I can't stand the way they smell. Don't say that behind their back. Don't say anything. Maybe you can't afford the deodorant. Or maybe it just doesn't work because it's such a sweaty job. And so they have a smell about them that you don't care for. Keep it to yourself. If you don't got nothing good to say, don't fucking say it at all. Why hurt someone? Why talk behind someone's back? Why? Does it make you a better person? Do you think you're better than everybody else? You're no better than anyone else. No one is. They're still beautiful. There's so many songs. Christina Aguilera, beautiful. There's let me think. There's Alicia Keys. It's a beautiful song too. There's many songs that are really about beauty and inner beauty. And no matter what you think of yourself, you're still beautiful. You are, all of you. Even if you're not the most gorgeous on the outside, on the inside, you shine. Because you're not one of those ones that are pushing everybody out. That's not real gorgeous. That's not really attractive. It is maybe for some, because maybe they think they they think they're strong and they'll protect them. Maybe they're like a protector, or think that's an in thing to do, depending upon what school you go to and how things are handled. For some, it was taught in the schools to pick on bully and tease. And I'm not kidding. Some of the schools, some of the teachers actually taught that kind of stuff. And they stood behind the people that did it instead of the people that didn't do it. I've read a lot of stories on that, and there's a lot of cases on that. But you wouldn't want to be that person. So if you wouldn't want to be that person, what is so wrong with them that you won't accept them? And all it takes is one thing to ruin a reputation. Let's see. All of a sudden, he got sick and he had a runny nose. And it could be called snot. All it takes is, and that's just a cold. Does he deserve that name? And he might laugh it off, and he might take it as kind of comical. Okay, fine, call me snot. What the fuck? I don't care. I don't care what you call me. I'm better than that. If he's strong. If he's not strong, it might really hurt. And too many hurtful things done can really wreck a person, wreck their self-esteem, and wreck everything about them. People need to be accepted, included, no matter what you are. It feels so much better. It feels good. And some people want you to hate. They'll do things on purpose just to get you to hate because they like to do things that are wrong. There's those type too. I'm not kidding. And they like to get people going. And they like to hurt others. And they do it on purpose. And they don't know why. And it just feels good to them. It's the wrong thing to do, and that's the right thing in their minds to do because it feels good, and they don't know why. They like being bad. So there's some that you're not going to be able to change. Everybody's not going to do what I just said. No, they're not going to. Some will keep doing what they're doing. And I'm not telling you what to do. I won't ever tell anyone what to do because I don't like anybody to tell me what the fuck to do. But there's always a chance you could try something new. If you don't like it, don't do it. But you could always give it a chance. Try to get to know someone that you pushed out or you picked on. Try to really get to know them, their background, um, and how they handle me, you being so mean to them. How do they handle that? What do they do? How do they get by? Why are they still kicking? I wish they'd die. That's how some people might think of, for real. You never know. How are you still hanging on? I don't like you. Some people just don't like. Everybody is not going to like you, for real. You can't make every single person like you. You can't control people. Some want to control you. Some want to control your mind. Some want you to all be the same, and some want you to be like robots, and some want you never to do anything wrong and to be just Miss Perfect. No one's fucking perfect. And we all do things that aren't perfect. We are unique. We're all unique, and you're all beautiful to me, no matter what choice or decision you make. And that's why I'm not telling you what to do. You don't have to do any of these things I just said. I'd like it. I think it would be a good challenge for you. Some people like challenges. Some people like um, a challenge, a quest, and just a curiosity kind of thing. And it might be kind of fun, and it might learn something. Some people like to learn. Some people like to be really educated and really learn and try to analyze. Some people like to analyze things. Some people like all different things. You're all different. That's what's beautiful about everybody. It's because you're not the same and you're not boring and you don't do everything the way someone wants you to do. You do it because you want to do it. When you're at your home and you're not in your job. When you're in your job, you have to do what you have to do. But at home, you're not. You're your own person. You make your own life. You make your own choices. You make your own decisions. And that's why you're beautiful. So, what else could I say? You do what you want to do, and you're going to do it anyways. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But if you just give it a try and stand up for an underdog. Someone that you see is picked on, bullied, and teased. Somebody that's pushed out. Somebody that doesn't have anybody to talk to. And you do it because you want to. Because you want to challenge yourself or you're curious how they're able to handle being so alone. Because sometimes it gets really lonely too. And it hurts your self esteem when they rip you apart. It does. And they have to try to find confidence or try to find something somewhere to get them through. I gave you, as a picked on, bullied, and teased person, I gave you options of different avenues that you can try to. Maybe it's quitting your job, getting a new job if you're getting picked on, bullied, and teased. Maybe it's finding a new school. Maybe it's just getting away from these people. Uh, there's sometimes you can go to different schools, and you don't have to go to the one that everybody's going through. You can go to the opposite, and then do what you have to do to try to fit in. I did hair and makeup. I talked to people, and I got included in sports. Maybe you want to get included in art. Maybe you're artsy. Maybe you want to get on journalism team, or maybe join a team and you're not real sports fanatic. Um, find like people like you, and it's not always great to be in the popular crowd. Some of them are so fake and they always have to maintain their image and they just they do whatever they have to do to stay popular. And they they they're not themselves. Even I wasn't. I wouldn't come off as smart. I was in all the smart classes, and I'm very smart. So I never told anybody. And I'd make up my own words and laugh at myself and call myself stupid and all kinds of stuff. And I did that because I didn't want to be the nerd. I didn't want to be the smart one. I didn't want them to know that I was in all these smart classes. And everybody I hung around with wasn't. But they were popular. They were very popular people as far as who's in the in group. And a lot of the ones that were the smart ones weren't. Mm. They weren't. They didn't go out. They didn't party. I didn't. I liked, and that to me was the popular people. Very sports in sports. Da 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 da. In crowd. And sometimes it's not always best to be in the in crowd. You know. Um, Sometimes it's just where you fit in, and a lot of them are really fake, and they do what everybody else does, and that's real boring. Um, some people, throw on a facade like I did, just so they don't really know so much about them. And they keep themselves pretty closed, and they don't open up all the way. And if they did, and oh, another thing I wanted to tell you. Two more things. How do you make a friend? Do you know? Do you know how to all of a sudden start talking to someone? Um, mm, it's hard to do, but you have to first just say hi and say, "Oh, I think you I like your hair. I like how you did it." You start talking about something you might have in common. If the backpack, where'd you get your backpack? Why do you wear a backpack, anyways? You're carrying a laptop, is it for work? You can ask questions. Ask questions are just generic questions that not going to hurt anybody. And then, if you want to talk to them about serious things, never say it's about yourself. Always say it's about somebody else. And I was just curious about it, and I just wanted to know, um, you know, uh, what you would do in that situation. I'm just curious, and you can have a conversation about that, and then just try to keep up a conversation and see if you can make a friend. I really like talking to you. Would you like to hang out sometime? Why don't you give me your number and we'll be friends and see how it goes? Maybe if you have time, everybody has their own lives, and it's hard to make time for a new person in your life. But a lot of people are lonely and probably wouldn't accept that and probably would go through with that. So that was the first thing I wanted to say. How do you make a friend? And then that's how you talk to people, and you're friendly, and you say please, you say thank you, say you open doors for people, and if that's a facade, you don't want to, and you just you don't like following what everybody else does. Do whatever you want to do. You that's just manners. That's taught, and I'm old, and that's old school. And you do whatever you do. If you don't open doors for people, don't open doors for people. If you don't want to talk to people, don't talk to them. Don't talk to strangers. Some people want to. Some people want to get friends. So how do you make friends? And I know because I made friends throughout the years. I don't have any now, but who cares? And in my real life, anyways. And but it doesn't matter to me. I still have family that I talk to, and family will always be there. Sometimes friends aren't, for whatever reason, and it's true. And some people backstab you, and all it takes is one thing to ruin a reputation. And some people can't handle it, and some people are strong enough to get through it. And it just depends on the people, and some people seek revenge. All kinds of people do. But how do you make a friend? And I was thinking of one other thing that I wanted to discuss. Um, how do you make a friend? And uh, I guess I don't know what it was. I can't recall. It lost it as quick as I started talking about the other thing. I get on tangents and I go on all different kinds of things to talk about. So it's kind of interesting. Um, Another thing to help you, and to get over picked on, teased, or someone saying something about you. Um, hmm, how do you get over that stuff? And how do you go on? And how do you find your strength? I'm gonna leave that for another day. What I did is I went through and I have all these subjects I want to talk about, and I wrote them down, and I'm gonna try to find stories to match the subjects in the Bible that I have, and try to give you hope. There's always hope. There's a hope that people will get along, and people quit lying, and people will tell the truth, and people will do the right thing. Sometimes they might not always, and some people might not like doing that. I don't know. We're all unique. And some people don't like that. They want control. They want a controlled environment. A controlled environment isn't the best environment to be in. Or it just be boring. Control, all that control is boring. It really is. It's wrong, and to try to control people and to try to you can't control a person unless if they excuse me, as if they have machine in you or they do something to your mind that makes you the same as everybody else, or if they put wires in you, and which has been done, and that's a type of control, and I don't like any of it. And, you know, nobody deserves to go through that, and then you can control their mind and tell them what to think and what to do, and we want to think for ourselves. We want to be ourselves, and especially at home. At work, you have to do what you're told to do, and that is a control. But sometimes your ideas matter, and sometimes you can bring up different things to make the work environment funner. And some people can listen to music, and there's all kinds of positive things that are in work. Some people get to have so many hours a day to do their own thing and do artsy stuff, and some of it might be accepted, and maybe there's competitions, maybe there's drawings, maybe there's this, maybe there's that. Work tries to make it so it's not just like 365, no, it's not that. How many would it be? I don't remember. Anyways, it's accounting stuff. I was trying to think accounting. But you have so many weeks in a year that you work, 52 weeks in a year. Of the 52, there's 5 days in a work week, sometimes 4. And you don't want to think that you're going to have to do the same thing every day in and out for that time. So some cross train. Oh, great. At least I get to do something different. I don't have to do the same thing all year round. Some give breaks, and some give this, and some give different things, promotions, and make the workplace try to be fun. If you listen to music, because sometimes you can work even faster than you did without the music. You don't even know that, but it's true. And it makes the day go by faster because days can be long. And if you have this in place or that in place, or you get ideas from your associates or your employees, they can give you all kinds of ideas on how to make it so it's a better environment, better work environment, so it's funner, so that makes the days go by quicker. Yeah, there's so much out there, and what can give you hope is what is beautiful about you, what you do, and what don't other people see or know about you. Um, that's what gives you hope, and that what helps you through stuff is having your own hobbies or having your own thing to do at home that is beautiful, having your own ideas, making lists, making goals to meet, um, thinking about yourself, um, but thinking about others too. Shouldn't always just think about yourself. You should think about family if you don't have friends. You should always think of others too. But really relying on yourself and boosting your self esteem by looking in the mirror and saying, I am beautiful. I don't give a fuck what they say about me. I'm going to make it through this. And I don't care what they've said and how they ruined me. Their words don't matter. They can't judge me. Who are they? They don't know me. I kept myself closed. Who are they to judge me? Who are they to pick on me and push me? They don't know me. Maybe take a self-defense class. There's another thing. So if you do get beat up and you can defend your honor, that's always good, and it helps positive things, serotonin in the mind, helps release that. It helps make you a little bit happier than being sad all the time, and it gives you a motivation and a confidence about yourself that you can defend your honor if someone wants to actually beat you up. And then they'd have whipping themselves for doing what they did. That's a revenge kind of way, but it's not because they're the ones who beat you up to begin with. You're just defending yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I guess I'll wrap it up there. Have a good day, and then maybe I'll think of the other thing that I had going on, but I can't think of it right now. Have a blessed day. Bye.